All right, we're live. We are live. I always like to bring the microphone close so you know I'm doing my best. I'm trying to get this audio right. Maybe I'll get a new mic. Huh? What you think, Jerome? Should get a new mic? All right. All right, let me put my email up here right away so you have it. Bunny, Buddy, hi. DeAndre Murray, hi. Bernie, subscribe, chai. Marlon Wheeler, sup. Win Twin, sup. Sam Girl, good to see you. Crystal Law 1, hey. Hi, good to see y'all. Good to see y'all on this holiday weekend still. I know I appreciate it. I hope y'all had a wonderful Thanksgiving, a fantastic holiday. I hope you enjoyed your happy day of reverence and thanks and all that good stuff. Thank you, all the Subscribe Tribe members coming in. Love you, are awesome. Thank you so much. Hey, somebody's taking you to court, you get right back after them. You fight back. You get your lawyers. You get your how to sue and win. You find out your violations. All right, that's going on with you. We're going to take a lot of questions and comments here and concerns. If you have anything, you can feel free to ask here. I'm watching as the top chat comes through. Okay. Paid bank charge off 609 letter. Yes, absolutely. If you happen to not get this beforehand, if you didn't get this in the mail, if you didn't get this in the mail, okay, nobody sent this to you. Maybe you accidentally paid a charge off already or a collection or something like that. Look, you can still dispute with the 609 letters. You can still send a dispute to the credit bureaus. You can still do this on your own. 609creditrepair.com. All right. If we do the work for you, we can do it. We can send a letter on your behalf as well. Obviously, there's more of an investment because you're paying for an individual to do it, investing in them and their families and their benefits and whatnot. But hey, we can do it. TheAwesomeLifeGroup.com. So might want to sign up with Awesome Life. Awesome. Hey, Marlon, let me tell you what. Work something out, sir. Okay, I know you got my email. I know everybody here got my email. All right. If you don't, I'm putting it up here in the comments. I meant to put it in before all you wonderful, lovely, beautiful people started chatting and whatnot, so you'd have it at the top. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to put it in here. I'll continue to put it in. It's so important you have my email. Okay, so important. You have my email. You can get in touch with me. Okay, people who are concerned or worried or have comments or questions, you can put comments and questions below. I will get to them and answer them. A lot of times, I'm putting out videos that you guys ask questions about. All right, and I apologize if I don't get to everybody's questions. There's a lot of questions. There are a fair amount of questions, and I want to make sure that I try to answer as many as I possibly can, as best that I can, and research those and get back to you with more information if you need to. My dismissed BK, okay, Bunny Buddy, dismissed BK. Now we've got special dismissed BK bankruptcy letters along with disputing those dismissed bankruptcy items in LexisNexis, okay, wherever else they might feel like they want to hide them, okay? But this dismiss BK, and let me go ahead and read to you because I know we've done dismiss BK before, but let me go over it again, okay? The dismiss BK is different because it was never 100% adjudicated. It was never 100% discharged. The government or the states or wherever it is that you're getting, the state, basically court, is basically saying, hey, look, the bankruptcy was dismissed. It's not considered in the eyes of the law a true case. Any case, whether it be civil or otherwise, once dismissed, is no longer in existence in the eyes of the law. Okay, this case file may never have actually been adjudicated. You have no right to maintain information which the government has deemed non-existent. It is only fair in accordance with section 1618 alpha A5, okay, of the Fair Credit Reporting Act that you delete this from my credit report immediately and send me an updated report. It's very important to have that type of information laid out in your disputes, okay? So you gotta hear it free. You get the secrets here free, tips, tricks, whatever you need. If this video is helping you out, please give a thumbs up, all right? Kevin needs my email. Of course, everybody gets my email on the live stream. It's very important. Y'all show up, y'all committed in your success. I'm committed to your success as well, okay? Let me scroll through, because as soon as I get to talking, I get to chatting, getting that information up, I want to make sure I see these questions, okay? Nice. First round results in 2 out of 3 bureaus deleted the collections. Bernie Garrett, first round results in 2 out of the 3 bureaus deleted the collections, but Equifax is being stubborn. Hey, phenomenal work. Fantastic. Y'all doing what you're supposed to be doing. Many people out here doing what they're supposed to be doing, sending in their own disputes, getting these awesome results, getting these negative, nasty items off, but Equifax not doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're playing games. They don't want to go ahead and follow suit. Now, what I noticed when I was doing my own repair, what we see at the Awesome Life Group or when I'm helping people on the emails, is that sometimes two bureaus will take things off and then the other bureaus want to follow suit. Okay, the other bureaus, as you dispute, will follow suit. You also have that information. You can show them that you disputed it and it came off. Now, it's a private company. Equifax does their own thing, so they may not worry about TransUnion and Experian doing whatever. But you're showing them that they weren't able to verify it properly, and the other two bureaus were using similar eOscar systems and similar things to remove or verify things, so they better watch themselves doing what they're supposed to be doing properly per the Fair Credit Reporting Act. You know, that's what we want to do for you. We want to make sure that we enhance you and educate you on your rights under the law. A lot of people don't know. I didn't know, right? I didn't know for a very long time. Held me back, really held me back. It really helped me. This really helped me change my life. And I'll tell you, the travel credit cards were the big thing for me, right? For you, it might be your business. It might be your security clearance. It might be your home, whatever it is. So Bernie, you're well on your way. Fantastic work. Good work. Congratulations. And yeah, it's good to see that people not only are willing to share the results, but also willing to say, hey, you know, I need a little help. What's up? These guys are being stubborn. Send the next round. Send letters directly to the collectors as well. They will fall off. They'll follow suit. It'll happen for you. And it could potentially happen for everyone else out there as well. Viv, no. Okay, you went through a BK, but the lawyer kind of messed you up here. Paraphrasing. If it was dismissed because it was messed up or whatever, you can send the dismissed letters, okay? We've got those in the Beyond Committed package, 609creditpay.com, right? You can get those. Now, if you're having an issue with a lawyer, right, obviously that's a legal issue. You would want to potentially talk to the court or another lawyer. Not sure precisely what that is, Viv, no? Let us know. Personal loan, could it now charge off 609? Yes. You could dispute the charge off, okay? And this is a while, this default. Oh, yeah, now default, yeah. If it's in collection as well, remember, if it's in collection, the collection can have the balance, but the charge off is not allowed to have the balance. It's another reason to dispute the inaccuracy of that information. You can't have two outstanding balances. That would be double enrichment, okay? Marlon's got my email. Yeah, and I know we've been talking on the email. It's great. And it really is a pleasure to be able to be here, be of service on a Saturday, holiday weekend, y'all showing up. Thank you so much. I know a lot of you guys are enjoying your extended weekend. So thanks for participating here. I won't take up too much of your time. I'll try to make it swift. And as I'm trying to go through a little bit at a faster pace today. Lamar. Okay, we some information. That's email. Trade lines, AE trade lines. Okay. Could be an issue. You're getting some Centeno. Okay. Let me send you my email. It's having some pushback from the bureaus. Okay. Now we've had pushback from the bureaus before. You're filing complaints with the CFPB and BBB, right? Better Business Bureau and the Financial Protection Bureau. However, we have seen people who have gotten settlement offers and have had deletions from going to court, from being able to do that, going to small claims, you know, taking care of whatever it is that they need to in their state for their specific little form. Okay, it's specific for each state or each county, wherever you're going to file, right? And it's really simple. They help you with that. They usually don't allow lawyers to go into small claims. You can get advice from a lawyer. That's what I would say. But it's really simple. They help you out. I know I saw another individual who was on here before, went to small claims. I see her. Yeah. Pamela said it. Pamela Gustava. Right to Centeno, file small claims. She did it. She has great success. She's very, very knowledgeable, part of the subscribe tribe, and has grown and done a lot for herself and her family. Oh man, this is happening more and more. I keep seeing this. Dealing with a situation with a cosigner on a loan, the other person isn't paying on time. Okay, how do I get this off my loan? How do I get this off my name? Okay, how can I get my name off the loan? Killing my FICO. Okay, that's a very specific question, slightly different than how do I get the loan off my credit report. So we'll talk about both. And it's interesting because can you get your name off a loan that you already signed for? That just depends. You're gonna have to talk to the bank and to the cosigner to be able to take over if that individual can take over all the payments. Now, if they're not even making the payment, they're probably scared and they're not even gonna wanna do that. But what you can do is you can send your dispute letters in. We've actually sent dispute letters in and AUs have come off, okay? Cosigners who are just on there to cosign, if you have, and here's the thing, sometimes y'all sign and you have a special agreement or whatever signed up. You're like, oh, well, you know, it's just so I can get this thing, but I, you know, guarantee that I'm the only one that's going to pay. You can send that in. We also have the AU dispute letter, which is very specific and potentially could help. But if you're trying to get your name off the loan, it's a little bit different. So this is to get it off the report. According to Section 603 of the FCRA, okay, only information on a credit issued to a consumer is allowed. All right, so only credit issued to a consumer is allowed. So if that was issued to them, they have the car, it's not in your name, potentially, that's another way to do it. Any inaccuracy as well, all right? But again, you may want to get your name off that entire loan. That's where you're gonna have to talk to the bank. They're gonna have to qualify to take over such a loan on their own. And that's why you co-signed in the first place, because they weren't able to. And if I could take this time to say, just don't co-sign for people in the future, you know, and anyone who's watching, let that be known, you know, just don't co-sign for for them to have something, because that's really what it is, for them to have something. That's why we say only something that issued to the person, not the AU, has it on their report potentially. So you're looking at giving someone something. Now, if you're signing business partner, business deal, and you reap the benefits of that, that's different. Right? So you're doing a loan, start up your restaurant, start up your whatever it is, and you have benefits from that. Really, unless, I mean, shoot, this car note, unless you're driving it around or something on the title and all that, you know what I mean? So moving forward, you're going to be okay, all right? Second letter in transit after 9 days. Oh, great, Rasta. So sometimes people will see that the post office, and this isn't the most common thing, but I do see people emailing that the post office either is not updating properly, or things are running slow, things are still in transit, because you have the certified letters. So you have the tracking on there. So get sent out first round, went through second round, now it's still in transit after 9 days. Well, here's the thing. You know, if you're dealing with the holiday, you're dealing with a weekend, depends when you sent it out, where you're sending it to. Sometimes they don't update. I actually saw that on mine. I was like, the hell is going on? Like, I sent this stuff out a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and then it was just never delivered. I'm like, what is going on? But I still got responses back. So sometimes the post office isn't even updating 100%. You're talking about hundreds of thousands of letters, right, going out. Occasionally, one might not get updated or scanned properly or whatever, right? There might be a bit of a situation or a problem there. So that did happen to me. I was very surprised it happened to me. And I still got results. I still got stuff back from them. It just didn't say it was delivered. And here's the thing. Just because it doesn't say on the website that you're looking at doesn't mean that they don't have it recorded as delivered, especially if you're doing return receipt too. So, okay. All right, check with SageStream, see if they have those inquiries within them, and you can dispute the inquiries outside of SageStream. Also, CoreLogic. CoreLogic, we're starting to see is important to freeze for your hard inquiries as well. CoreLogic is another of these small bureaus under the FCRA that you can dispute with, all right? They won't investigate again. Okay. You get this sometimes that they'll say, oh, well, we're not going to investigate again unless we get some documentation, some information that's going to compel us to investigate again. I've seen that before, okay? And this is why I like that you guys come to me. I've seen it before. I was just nervous like you guys a few years ago where I was like, oh man, you know, they're not going to investigate again. Sent another round, they investigated the negative item that I was worried about was deleted, okay? I'm not saying that's precisely, I don't know exactly what's your situation, Manuel, but yeah, absolutely. They will send you all sorts of stuff. They'll send you all sorts of stuff. There's been a couple of months where you're like, oh, well, you know, they say they're not going to investigate again. And I don't know. They do all sorts of things to frighten you, to scare you, to make you go away. All right. It's part of their game. They don't want to keep, it's hard, right? It's complicated. They want enough customers out there, but banks and whatnot also want people that are a little bit more credit worthy, but they can also make more money off of with higher interest rates, right? So they want people to be credit worthy, but if you're too credit worthy, then where they make their money, they're supposed to give you a better interest rate, right? 2%, 3%. But if they can charge you 10%, 15%, now they're salivating, right? But if they can't get you in the door, then that doesn't help them either, right? So there's this delicate balance that they want to try and keep, you know, whatever, trying to keep certain people down, but not too down, not out, not too high. So they're going to play some games. Now, what we have is that demand for investigation letter, which is so important, so important. If they want to say, well, we're not going to investigate, we'll say, oh, really? You don't want to investigate? And we talk about this all the time, okay? It's told time and time again per case law. Cushman versus TransUnion, all right? Stephenson versus Experian, Richardson versus Equifax. That's all three bureaus. The courts ruled each and every time that the CRA couldn't merely parrot information from a creditor or a collection agency, that they had to conduct an independent, reasonable investigation to ensure the validity of such information. Okay, each violation could be damages of $1,000 or more and settled in courts. So they don't want to do their investigation. Okay, but we know you're supposed to. Each bureau has been given these judgments against them, and there's case law to support it, and there's a court system open to you. Okay, so there's not a problem. They are supposed to reinvestigate, but they can say, right? They could allude to, well, we're not going to reinvestigate, to hope that you don't send it. But I've sent it and seen results, so you potentially can too. Wow, Victor, what if they showed a HIPAA release that it's not my signature on it? Victor, that's not good. They're not supposed to have either other person's information. So either it's a signature for someone else that they're not supposed to have, which I've seen some issues with medical records being mixed up, or they're sending you some stuff that they're got these signatures from who knows where, right? So obviously, if that is, and I don't see it, I don't know, if that's the case, you can continue this process. You can continue your disputes. You can complain to the hhs.gov. And some subscribe tribe member let us know that the violation is much higher. It's tens of thousands for a violation. hhs.gov, you can complain, all right? And if you really have to, you can talk to a specialized lawyer about, you know, signature that isn't yours. That's you know, defamation of character. That's fraudulent activity, right? So that's what you're saying. Police, the authorities are available to you. I mean, that's just crazy. And occasionally we'll see stuff like that. Somebody will write in and say, oh, this is a signature that isn't even mine, creating stuff. So Victor, you're not alone. It happens. Make sure to seek the proper authorities in doing so, okay? Tiffany, you can email me. Sorry if the typing is a little loud. Branson Police Help. Richard Branson. That's cool. I like Branson. Absolutely. I can definitely help if you put your questions there. I'll do my best. Also, you have my email. Okay. Let's see. Do you have to wait for them to close an account before you dispute it? No, you do not have to wait to dispute an inaccurate, unverified, obsolete, outdated account under the FCRA. You do not have to wait till it's closed. Okay. You don't have to wait till it's closed. Many times you probably wouldn't wait till it's closed, especially if you're a good consumer, you're trying to get good credit or whatever, you're probably going to take a look at your report. Some of these collections are considered open still. Some of these charge-offs sometimes still say open and when they're supposed to say closed. Some accounts are open when you've need to do late payment disputes and goodwill letters. I mean, sometimes they don't do what they're supposed to do. We had an individual who was set up to pay on time all the time, sent a wire or whatever. I just got this in and I was like, hey, they're saying that they were late, but they sent a wire to make sure that they got the payment in time. So what's going on there, right? So that's still an open account. They still are able to dispute those lates. No, you don't have to wait to things to be closed. Sometimes when you dispute, you'll see things get closed, okay? And then they start to play games and they want to say close, and then they want to update things or not, and then it's deleted. Craziness happens during the credit repair process sometimes. Occasionally, for the most part, you're going to have a pretty boop, boop, boop along the way. You're going to get results along the way, okay? Okay, let me make sure don't want to skip over. This is great. Ask Brandon, I do not do this kind of work. Okay, great. Let's see. Okay, great. How can I freeze? How long can a freeze stay on LexisNexis? All right, great. Typically, it stays until you remove it. Okay, until you remove it. You usually get a pin. You can remove it when you need to. Okay, core logic, great. I will give you guys this information, okay? This is great. I'm glad I got this information for you. DLL Investment Enterprise. Okay. All right. All right, and let's see here. Let's see, here's my email. And what are your questions in person? Okay. Is Garrett here today? I don't know. I don't know if Garrett is here today. He might be looming in the background. Maybe he's there. Is it? Great. Need. Should I pay my medical collections? Should I pay my medical collections? Okay. So it just depends. Typically, you can dispute your negative, nasty items, right? And if they can't be verified, and this is what's a great question. I've been meaning to talk about this, and I'm glad we do it right here on the live stream. Sorry, I'm doing all this. Okay. Email sent out. Now, here's the thing. If they can't verify it, they can't keep it on the report, it becomes more challenging for them to verify and substantiate for you to have to, or to be judged or against, get a garnishment or something like this, to compel you to pay, to be compelled to give them funds and resources. Okay. So people will sometimes say, well, I don't know, you send the dispute, it comes off the report. Do I need to worry about them? If they're not able to keep it on the report, how are they able to collect, right? The process of verification, they couldn't do it. It wasn't verified. It was removed. So if you go through the process, you feel comfortable, you doop, 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 dispute, comes off, you're good to go. Great, right? Great. All right, let's see. All right. Okay. Yeah, Maya Girls 03, I sent you my email. I want to need to know more about like what your FICO is and where you're at. If you're going an FHA loan, FHA loan starts at 580 credit score, so you might be able to qualify right now. What mortgage brokers, or have you talked to any yet? That kind of stuff. It just depends where you are in the process and what you need to be disputed. You might have a few things that need to come off now prior to getting your house. I mean, there's a lot of different variables for you. All right. Let's see. Case law is king. Yeah. Let's see. What documents do I need to start my complaints? Okay, great. So you can go right to the CFPB website. You can file a complaint. You click on whatever it is for you. Sometimes it's a collector, especially since they might not have documentation. And you could potentially let them know, hey, I've sent these letters. They've come back with nothing. There's nothing that they're giving me to substantiate things. And they definitely investigate. They definitely look into it. There have been people who not only have gotten certain collections off or whatever, but some people have had repossessions removed. I mean, the CFPB is definitely there to help. We had a client who the CFPB actually reached out to them. They're like, hey, give us a ring. He called and they were like, hey, you're probably going to want to file a complaint against the collector as well, because they were not going to be able to substantiate anything. And they told them that right over the phone. All right. So that's something that you can do for yourself. It's very simple, easy to go, easy, easy, easy. Okay. Yes, is a dismissed BK possible to remove? Christopher, yes, we've seen it. We have seen it happen. We have absolutely seen it happen. Okay, so if FICO 530, you're really close. That might be need a boost of a revolving credit card, like a My Jewelers Club card. Okay, New Coast Direct, self-lender. So actually, I got something. Let me get this out. Archie says self-lender is a great company. Had them for 8 months, boost my score 80 points. Okay, we had another individual who had them for maybe like 4 or 5 months, boosted their score. I think it was 70, 80, 90 points, somewhere in there. It was something great. Some other people have good results with self-lender as part of getting good on-time payment history. So some individuals are getting negative, nasty items off. You also want to put on these good revolving credit, this good secure stuff. You can be able to boost your score without having to worry about these jokers who want to play games. You know what I'm saying? Also, rent is a possibility too. Rent is also a possibility. Okay. Robin Green, great question. What do I do about a law firm? Okay, that they are the collector now. So this is what they do. They'll send it to another collector. It'll have a law firm name on PC, right? Professional corporation. But you can still dispute. You can still send validation letters. You can still dispute with the credit bureaus. Again, if they want to press you, if they're the second or third collector and they don't have this contract, they have no way to substantiate it. Okay, it happened to me. Okay, y'all know my story. Okay, a collector came after me in court, sued me. I didn't know much. This is how I learned a lot of this stuff from a lawyer. And I'm not a lawyer. I don't give legal advice. So, check with your lawyer. But he was a consumer protection lawyer, taught me a lot, showed me all the discovery that they needed to be able to prove their case. The case was dismissed. They dropped the case. We won. Okay. So if you're worried, if you're concerned, you can still win with these guys. They just try and scare you. Imagine getting something from a lawyer, how frightening that is. It's frightening to everyone. Okay. It's frightening to everyone. But you have your own lawyers. You have your own lawyers. You can file suit against them. You can send them threatening stuff. They don't want to play that game either, right? We make sure. If you have to deal with stuff, you have to deal with it aggressively. You need to make sure that they know you mean business, because sometimes they think that they can get over. You don't want anyone getting over, okay? Maggie, yes. Maggie, absolutely. SAP to right. All right, excellent. Repo, let's talk about it. Let me get this letter out. All right. Repo deficiency notice. Okay, great. So this is a dispute specifically designed for the repossession, okay? The deficiency dispute, all right? Now, please provide copies of legal notices and proof of commercial responsibility manner of the resale of the subject of this vehicle. If no such proof is provided from the receipt of this notice, it gives a specific amount of time. The alleged claims of a deficiency will be considered null and void, and any continued collection activities or continued reporting of this invalid claim of your credit, of my credit reports, will be considered a violation of the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, and FCRA can, gets files, seek monetary damages. It goes on and on. Okay, that is what you can do for repossession. Job, Russ, I want to make sure that you can do that. Okay. Great. Any questions or concerns about that? Hit me up. All right, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm very pleased that we have this great turnout on a holiday weekend. I'm glad that you're here celebrating this credit repair holiday with me. If this video is helping you out, please give a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. Hit it now. Hit subscribe tribe. Put subscribe tribe down in the comments. Hit that bell for notifications for the next time we go live. We're going to probably keep doing stuff over the holidays. I know myself, I've got some friends and family in town, so I don't want to take up too much of your time either. I'm sure you have friends and family in town as well. So maybe do a couple more questions here and see what else we can do, and then we will let you enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend. Okay, let's see what we got. Edward, no, that does not restart the statutes of limitation or clock. If you're sending out disputes, you're contacting them, that kind of stuff, that doesn't restart that 7 years federal or the states, whatever state you have, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. Okay. The only really reason that it would restart is from payment, from paying, right? So as long as you're going to pay. Usually a promise to pay doesn't restart it. You might want to check your state. Usually it doesn't, and it's very difficult for them to prove. But paying, you could. And that's why we say, don't be paying these collectors, okay? Don't be paying these jokers. They want to play games. They're trying to play games with you. Don't let them, okay? Ooh, for real. Repo, but it was a lemon. There's good lemon laws. There's good lemon laws. Check your state, okay? Aside from disputing it, aside from using the repo deficiency letter that we just talked about to dispute that, you have lemon laws in your state. If it gets, if it was, and I'm not sure about your state or your needs, okay, and not specific about, law and that kind of stuff. But the idea here is if it's brought in over and over, usually 3 times or whatever, for the same manufacturer defect, it can be considered a limit and they have to buy back the vehicle. Okay, that's my understanding of it. Check with your local lawyer, your state, your issues with that. Okay, so if they're not buying it back and they're violating the law, then how are they going to be able to repossess something that they're already supposed to buy back? Yeah, so now they're trying to repo it because they're saying, oh, well, we don't want to buy it back because it's a limit. We're not going to make no money on it. And then we're just going to go and take this and then we're going to go sell it to somebody else or fix it or whatever and try and make money off it that way. It's unacceptable. You have all your rights in order. Find out what these lemon laws have. And, that's a big deal. That is a big deal. That's been a concern of mine. For purchasing vehicles now, not only do they want to run your credit 15 million times, but then they want to sell lemons, okay? For real, awesome. These jokers, Man, we got time for these jokers, all right? And that's the thing. We're on it, okay? Holidays don't stop these jokers, right? Holidays, weekends, nights, anniversaries, birthdays, okay? We stays on credit repair. Credit repair starts now. It starts today. It starts this second, okay? So we're doing it live, big, in charge, free credit repair tips and tricks and secrets here. We'll just a little bit more. And we're going to go ahead and let you enjoy the rest of your holiday. Angie Mac is liking it. Listen, all right, cool. I've been working hard doing my credit repair through 609, and my score has gone up 80 points. Thank you, Brandon. Holly Shook, thank you so much. I hope I pronounced your name correctly, all right? I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Zombie dead. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to see. You said check last message. What can I do? Truth, grace, and serenity. The same student loans have been reported the same over and over numerous times by the Department of Ed and Navient. What do I do? Okay, so first and foremost, all right, you can, and I mean, Rhonda, yeah, you can call them and ask them to remove the late payments. I called them, was sent a letter, and they removed the late payments. Rhonda Williams did something similar to what I was talking about in another video, okay? Call them, ask them to remove late payments, right? So I sent goodwill letters. I made goodwill calls for my student loans and got mine updated. Rhonda Williams did the same thing. They sent me a letter and they would remove my late payments. And I was sent a letter and they said they would remove my late payments on student loans, on federal student loans. Now it's all on-time payment history. Now you're gonna have that good credit. For everything that gets re-reported, it's not supposed to be on there multiple times. You're not supposed to have duplicate accounts. So you can dispute as unverified duplicate accounts. Duplicate accounts are not allowed to be on there. I had duplicate accounts and I saw them come off, okay? So you have that potential to do that as well, all right? You can do this for yourself. 609creditrepair.com. You can get that Beyond Committed package, all right? Get that Beyond Committed package, or we can do this for you at theawesomelifegroup.com. Give you all the tips, tricks, secrets you need here on the live streams. So hit the subscribe button and that bell for notifications for the next time I go live, so you can be on this live. And you, yeah, and if you're watching the replay, you can be on this live and you can get your questions answered with me, all right? Thanks for taking the time to jump on today. Have a great weekend, everybody. Awesome. All right. Thank you for real. You're very welcome. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Donnie Shepard. Great question. Great question. Huh. Sure. All right, so can you have the Chapter 13 PK removed while you're paying it on time? Okay, so this is a little bit more challenging because you're paying, you're going through the process, that kind of stuff. But what happens is the liabilities change on your bankruptcy. So the amount owed changes every month. And if that doesn't change, okay, if that doesn't change, that's an inaccuracy that could be disputable and potentially remove such a bankruptcy. Okay, so take a look at what you actually owe, what you're paying, and what they're reporting. Those liabilities change. Those liabilities change, brother. Okay, so take a look. If you need help, reach out to me. This is excellent. 5:20 to 7:20. Thanks to you, B. Thank you. Thank you. Usually we do lives on Saturday afternoon. A-Rain 2 days ago was Thanksgiving, LOL. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks for recognizing that. I appreciate that. Hey, you know what? It's a great holiday weekend. I'm going to enjoy. I had a great time here. I always have a good time. The positivity is fantastic. Everybody coming in and doing this. Thank you so much. Please just give the video a thumbs up if it helped you out, okay? I'm going to let y'all go and enjoy your holiday weekend. And until I see you in person, I will see you on the other side. Take care, guys. Have a good one.